everyone, Medical Level Up here. We're back again with another video. Today's video is going to be a short video about the ECG leads. Let's start off. So let's start off by making the ECG leads on the person over here. You've got 4 leads which are memorized easily by the mnemonic called Read Your Green Book. So the red lead basically goes on the right arm, the yellow goes on the left arm, the green goes on the left foot, and the black goes on the right foot. What I'm doing over here is I'm just going to draw the leads. The reason for me drawing the circles under the shoulders and on the groin is because this is the exact place where the current is detected by the ECG machine. The current basically travels through the extremity and is detected as underneath the shoulder for the upper limb and at the groin for the lower limb. I've drawn the leads over here, so a lead between the red and the yellow electrode, lead between the yellow and the green electrode, and the lead between the red and the green electrode. Now you need to understand that these are bipolar limb leads, which means that they have a negative pole and a positive pole. Current usually flows from negative to positive. So the lead between red and yellow becomes the lead 1. Lead between yellow and greens becomes lead 3. And the lead between red and green becomes lead 2. What happens next is we're going to get rid of these, and for convenience we're going to write these leads at the extremities. So 1 becomes at the top left and 2 and 3 at the bottom. The next step is we're going to just bring these leads towards the center. So let's bring lead 1 towards the center, let's bring lead 3 towards the center, and we're going to bring lead 2 towards the center. The resultant diagram is basically a triaxial diagram, which is based on the concept of the leads, and we will come back to this later in the following videos when we're studying axis. You can see the triangle made on the left side is called the Einthoven's triangle. In the 1930s, Dr. Frank Wilson at the University of Michigan basically created the idea of the unipolar lead. So there is a central electrode and it's just detecting the current towards the extremities. The augmented limb leads are not bipolar limb leads, they're unipolar limb leads. What they do is that they detect current at one specific point, so we're going to consider these leads as a camera. For convenience, I'm going to rub them off from the center of the Einthoven's triangle and I'm going to write them at the extremities. Don't worry about how these leads are created. You basically need to understand that the machine is calibrated in such a way that it makes up these leads, and there's no additional electrodes that you need to place on the body for these leads. And these are augmented limb leads. So the abbreviation is A for augmented, V for voltage, and L is for left arm, F is for the foot, and R is for the right arm. If you place these leads inside the triaxial diagram, we just have to add a vertical line for AVF, and we get the hexaaxial diagram, which is going to be important when we're discussing axis later on. Let's move towards the chest leads. Again, these are unipolar limb leads. So we've got V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, and V6. I understand that all of you know about the placement of these chest leads, so I'm not going to go over that. This particular diagram is very important. You have a cylindrical chest cavity with a vertebra at the posterior aspect, the sternum at the anterior aspect, and you've got the heart sitting behind the sternum. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the chest leads, and they curve around the heart in a fashion that's shown in the video. The next step is that we're going to give a color to the septal leads. So V1 and V2 are going to be our septal leads. V3 and V4 that sit over the anterior part of the heart are going to be the anterior leads, and the anterior leads are basically looking at the left ventricle, because we know that the anterior surface of the heart is made up of the left ventricle. We wrote the leads 2, 3 AVF on the inferior aspect of the heart because these combine to make the inferior leads, and in a similar fashion 1 and AVL are sitting towards the lateral aspect of the heart, so they make the lateral leads. Coming back to the chest leads, we can see that V5 and V6 look at the most lateral part of the heart, so they are going to be added to 1 and AVL. So in summary, the lateral leads are going to be composed of 1 AVL, V5, V6. We can see this again in the cylindrical chest wall cavity diagram, that V5 and V6 are looking at the lateral aspect, V1 and V2 are looking at the septum now, and this is the anterior wall, which is going to be detected by the lead V3 and V4. Coming back to the concept of unipolar and bipolar limb leads, you've got these two electrodes and current is flowing from negative to positive. If the current is flowing in the direction of the lead, then it is detected as a positive wave. Note that the current is being shown by the blue color and the direction of the lead is being shown by the black color. So if the current is going against the flow of the lead, it's detected as a negative deflection. So you get parallel and you get against or opposite ones. Now what happens if the current is flowing in a direction which is perpendicular to the leads? Well, it's easy. You get a biphasic wave. So half of it is positive, half of it is negative. So these are the bipolar leads, and these are your 1, 2, 3, the bipolar limb leads. Coming towards the unipolar limb leads, which are the augmented limb leads and the chest leads. Consider these leads as a camera. Now what tends to happen is it's a very simple concept. If the current is flowing towards the camera, it is detected as positive, and there's going to be a positive deflection. If the current is flowing away from the camera, it's going to be a negative deflection. In a similar fashion, if the current is flowing perpendicular to the camera, you will get a biphasic deflection. So half of it is going to be negative and half of it is going to be positive. That's all for today. We just learned about the EKG leads. Stay tuned for more videos. If you've got any questions, don't forget to ask them in the comments and I'll try and get back to everyone. Don't forget to like, share this, and subscribe to my channel for any updates. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys later.